Okay, this is my CPR video. So the first thing you want to do when you come across the victim is check for the 3 C's, which is check, call, and care. For check, you want to check the scene, make sure there's no hazards that could put you or the victim in danger. Then you want to check the person that is lying unconscious, and you can check for breathing by holding your head close to their mouth and seeing if their chest rises. You want to do that for about 5 to 10 seconds. The second C is call, and you want to call 911 or the local emergency number for assistance. And then the third C is care, which is just to start providing aid to the victim as you wait for the emergency responders. So for an adult to check for consciousness, you're gonna firmly tap the shoulder and say, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?" to check for consciousness. And if they aren't conscious, then you're gonna start CPR. So for an adult, you're gonna wanna take the heel of one of your hands and put it right on the breastbone, and then interlace your other hand. Now when you push down, you wanna go at least 2 inches deep. This guy is fluffy, so I'm gonna guess this is about 2 inches. The rate you want to do it at is 100 compressions per minute, and an easy way to do that is by going along to a song like Staying Alive. So you would take your heel of your hand right on the center of the chest and go, ah, 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 staying alive, staying alive. So that's how you would do the compressions. And then for every 30 chest compressions, you want to do 2 rescue breaths. Now the technique to open the airway is called the head tilt chin lift technique. Now he doesn't really have a chin, so we're just going to pretend like there's one. So you want to lift the chin back into a neutral position. At the same time, you have your hand on their forehead and you're tilting their head back. For an adult, you want to squeeze the nose and then put your mouth over their mouth and give them a breath. Wait 1 second and then give them another breath. And then you would start another cycle again. Ah, 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 ah. You would do 30 of those and then another 2 rescue breaths. And you want to do 5 cycles in 2 minutes. That's the same for any child, adult, infant. You always want to do 30 chest compressions, 2 rescue breaths, and hopefully get 5 cycles in 2 minutes. Now for an infant, you're gonna try and check for consciousness by flicking their foot and saying, "Baby, are you okay? Baby, are you okay?" And if they're unresponsive, then you would start CPR on the infant. Now, CPR on an infant is different. This time, you only want to take about 2 fingers and put them right below the nipple line, which is probably be about like right here. And then you're gonna put your other hand on their forehead. Now this time you only want to go about 1.5 inches deep to prevent breaking any ribs or anything, and you want to do the same thing, 100 compressions per minute, and you do the same beat. You go ah, 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 staying alive. And then you would do the same cycle, 30 chest compressions, and then every 30 compressions you would do 2 rescue breaths. But for an infant, you're still gonna tilt the head back into a neutral position, and you still have your hand on their forehead, but now you're not gonna squeeze the nose, and you're gonna put your mouth over their mouth and nose. So for the rescue breath, you would do tilt, lift, wait 1 second, and then start another cycle. Ah, 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 staying alive, staying alive. And you would do 30 of those and then hopefully get 5 cycles in 2 minutes. Now, when you stop CPR, the times when you do stop CPR is if you can see a sign of life, you are too exhausted to continue, an EMS personnel arrives, the scene becomes unsafe, or an AED becomes available, which then you would just use that. Okay, I'm gonna continue this in another video.